Tried to pull some shit on him, he saw it coming a mile away. Now, fuck. Now he barely knows the goddamn day of the week.
Said you could use some help.
Some of our boys are down the bayou. If you could get the shine from them and bring it back, it'd make my life a lot easier.
Bayou ain't exactly my favorite place in the world.
Come on now, the redneck assholes that live down there just love it when black folks drop by for a visit. Ain't been time for small talk, but where you at with all this?
All I really want is for everything to go back the way that it was. For Vietnam, for that night. Back when everything felt...
normal?
At least our version of it anyway.
We are the righteously fucked. Danny. Was he in any pain? Did he suffer?
Don't. Ain't nothing good coming from that.
Who says I need good to come from it?
Georgie shot him in the head. Looked like he went pretty quick. God damn it.
I hate this fucking town.
I better go.
Yeah. Okay. Lincoln. Just because Bobby Ever's dead doesn't necessarily mean this neighborhood is firmly in our control. If he's still got any men hanging around, you should think about clearing them out.
My meeting, the quality's gone way down.
Look out!
I'm so sorry. Keep your off me.
Look out!
Hands off me. Well, so my kid goes here all day long.
Watch it.
Forgive me, please. Mine.
You need glasses?
We have a breaking story out of Point Verdun where witnesses have reported sustained gunfire. This network, as well as New Bordeaux police, have been unable to substantiate these reports, but we'll update you as soon as we have more information.
It took me so long to be
What's the crack? I'm a man who wanted Irish are grateful to not have the butcher stuck in the goddamn street.
I can't believe what I'm reading, what I'm hearing on the radio. What you doing?
You knew how it was gonna go down. I sat right there and told you.
Maybe I'm just realizing there's a difference between hearing about something in the abstract and seeing it splash across the front page in a newspaper.
You didn't think I'd go through with it?
I don't know. I knew. I knew as soon as you regained consciousness. I could see it. I look at you, I see who you were. A little boy who didn't have much, but who also wasn't angry about it. A little boy who shared, who laughed, who just enjoyed being. I wonder what happened to him.
He finally realized how things work.
Is that so?
How many times was the orphanage vandalized by rednecks? How many times do we have to drive around asking restaurants for their leftovers because we didn't have nothing else to eat?
Did we have to deal with racist assholes? Sure. But whenever they did something, folks come around and help us. White, black, Baptist, Lutheran, you name it. You know how all you boys got new jackets on Christmas? Those came from an old white woman, a Calvinist. She spent the entire year making them. If all you ever look for is evil, it's all you ever gonna see.
I gotta go.
I never wanted this for you, Lincoln. I wanted you to have a good life.
Bordeaux? It's your Uncle Lou. What are you doing this weekend? Bring the family down to the French Ward for good eats and good times. Come on down to Corley's for the family fun deal. With any 2 adult plates, all kids' plates are free. And grown-ups, Friday and Saturday night, take your receipts over to Big Mouse for half off your first drink order. Only in the French Wall.
Yep. Heard many a horror story about the things that went on between these walls.
Mr. Clay, good to have this back in our hands. Them what motherfuckers were making a right mess of the place?
There's bravery in revolution, isn't there? It's the foundation of our very country, throwing off the yoke of tyrants and shedding blood for one's very freedom. It's a beautiful thing, dear listener. And if you've got the courage of your convictions, if you're willing to sweat and bleed for them, you may not have my agreement, but you have got my respect. But it seems to me that revolution, the word at least, is being thrown around too freely these days. When you head down to the French ward and see that nest of kids squatting in their little camp there, what do you see? They're dirty. There's no denying that. Messy. Some of them with criminal records. On drugs. Promiscuous. Homosexual. Anti-Christian. They think church is a dirty word. I ask again, what do you see? How do they see themselves? Well, I tell you, I went over there, and I asked. One boy couldn't have been older than 18, 19. He comes over and we get to talking. Let's call him Bobby. It's a revolution, man. This boy who's barely old enough to shave tells me, with absolute conviction, too. So I say, revolution against what, son? What are you... No, who are you fighting against? Now, this young man doesn't miss a beat. because he won't talk with him. He tells me it's a revolution against the system. The system. Like you can just bottle up every complaint you have with the world into one little word. The system is keeping you out of school, from getting a job, war, hunger, or whatever else. Anyway, he tells me we've got reefer and free love and music, and we don't need what you've got, old man.
Officer over here. Any available units report to the hit and run downtown. Response
Sex,
requested.
drugs, music, all they need. And no one's going to tell them otherwise. They think that's great. More. In his I'm sitting there's a city of philosophy. If it feels good, then by golly, do it. Follow Rome stuff, essentially. Well, let me tell you. There's a second act to this story. You're not going to like it, dear listener.
You know,
In spite of it all,
trouble here.
I like this
help. Any available units report to the hit and run downtown. Response
I feel like
requested.
20 years younger and a few bad decisions later, I could be him. So I thought I'd go back and talk to him. Bring him a cup of coffee and see what other thoughts might be bouncing around in that head of his. When I got there this morning, I went asking for Bobby. And another boy, no older than him, maybe even a little younger, said Bobby was gone. Gone where? I asked. Oh, he's dead.
Patrolled by hit and
This other
run in the
boy says to
hollow.
me.
If any
Then
of y'all got the
did
patience
a
for it, feel
joint.
free to swing by.
Went back to join his friends. Found out later from a friend on the police force that Bobby died from a heroin overdose.
Probably high as a kite.
If you've got a child.
Who we shooting?
Didn't you hear? We're about to find ourselves in the middle of a race war.
I've seen you shoot. I think I'll be all right.
Hey, with this fucking rifle, I'm Wild Bill Hickok. So, how's the Padre handling all this? You know, the bloody path of mayhem and revenge you've embarked upon?
Still not happy about it. Thinks you're most likely the devil.
You know, I had a look at his service record. Oh, settle down. I was just curious. He was a medic, but he saw action at Klimbaugh with the 614th. He was credited with taking out 2 Kraut tanks on top of the 16 men he shot. A lot of killing for a would-be priest.
That was different. It was during a war.
And this isn't? Look, I'm just saying, we didn't win that war by worrying about hurting someone's feelings. We won it by bombing the Krauts and Nips back to the Stone Age. Padre'd be wise to remember that.
Yeah, maybe. I'll catch you later.
You're not still sore about me looking into the Padre, are you? Don't tell me you weren't at least a little curious.
You want to buy something? You need to talk to Cassandra.
She said you could use some help, assuming you're a manual.
Consume at your own risk, Lincoln Clay.
So running the weed, y'all got a routine laid out?
We take a boat to the bayou, grab the bears, bring them back.
Bayou can be a rough territory. Dixie Mafia knows every inch.
Do those white boys scare you, Fred? Did they touch your zozo when you were a child?
Cassandra failed to mention your charming personality.
I highly doubt she forgot.
You do this kind of thing back in Haiti?
Back in my country, I was a hooligan, a priest.
What's a priest know about trafficking weed?
I did not run marijuana, Fred. My cargo was refugees, people. I saved their lives, got them away from Duvalier. But you probably don't know much about that.
We gonna have a problem, you and me?
Cassandra says we are partners, that everything is cool between us. Are we cool?
Don't think I call it that.
Neither would I. Cassandra might be able to let go of what you did to our people. But I cannot.
Maybe you'd be happier back in Haiti.
It was not my choice to come here. Leave my home. But I'm trying to make the best of it.
Aren't we all?
There are still Dixie Mafia scattered around the hollow. If you have the time, you should see to them. Convince them to leave. A shipment of weed is being delivered down in the bayou. Get a boat, use it to bring everything.
We're cleaning this place up right, thanks to you.
He better watch where he points that thing.
On a car being stolen in the hollow. If there's a unit in the area, maybe stop over and see what's going on.
Good to see you, brother. I recognize the trust you had to have to put the holler in my hands. There's every penny. What's not to love?
All units, search is called off. Repeat, abandoned search. Return to patrol.
I'm calling the police. Come handsome sergeant. Hello? There's a message